You must develop a hatred for sin. A hatred for it. You gotta hate sin. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If I look short, it's because I'm sitting on the floor. I love to sit on the floor. It's just comfortable. I love it. So yeah, you gotta hate sin, guys. You gotta get to a place that you hate sin. Hate it. Sin is nasty, y'all. It may feel good. It may give you some temporary effects, but the end of it is death. I think some of us can give some pretty legit testimonials of how us going in this particular direction that seemed to be fun, whether it was partying, drugs, alcohol, boyfriends, girlfriends, cheating, doing whatever, illicit relationships, you know, hustling, doing whatever. We have stories where we saw that it led to a dead end. It led to a place that you had to be fighting for your life, running for your life, taking a life, you know, jeopardizing a life, destroying a life to include your own life. So we know that sin ain't kosher. But what do we find ourselves doing at times, my brothers and sisters? Constantly in the hamster wheel of doing what we know is not going to bring good results. You know that if you're taking drugs, it's going to feel good, but after it's over, there are all these side effects. So when you're on the influence of drugs, you're doing crazy stuff. And it could also be alcohol. You know, alcohol was at one point in this country illegal. It was as illegal as cocaine. Okay, but they got rid of it. I think Coke used to actually have cocaine in it. The soda, Coke. Did you know that? I know some of y'all be like, let me get a 12 pack. No, but anyway, whatever. So to get out of all of that, so we know how it ends. You know, when you go answer the phone call, old dude called you again. You know he's gonna disappear again, but he feel like seeing you. So you go and get all your, you know, your skimpy outfits, you know, thinned out outfits to go meet him. And guess what? On your way over there, he don't show up. Or you get there, you do the business, and yeah, he disappears again, right? I thought it was gonna be different. No, it's never different. Okay, some of you do the same thing. You go into this woman, you meet this lady, you know you're married, you know she's kind of crazy, but you know you're gonna go over there anyway, or you know that there's a risk. She may not even be crazy or the crazy type, but you know there's a risk. You know, every time you take the chance that you could lose your job, you could lose your marriage, you could lose your house, but you do it anyway. And then on top of it, you're like, oh, I think I'm not going to use protection. You know that she can very much get pregnant. This woman is fertile as the word fertile, right? So we got to get to a place to hate sin. How can you hate sin? Well, because we are man, meaning man and woman, it's in us to sin. So it has to be where you surrender your heart to Jesus. The thing we have to do is make the choice. God, I don't want to be this way anymore. So regardless of how many times you may sin, see, you shouldn't want to, but you got to run to God. God, I don't want to be this way. I don't want to be this way. Change me, Lord. Change me in sincerity of heart. And sometimes you got to fast. You know, I tell people fasting, don't make it hard and don't make it complicated. It's not a 40-day, 49, 50 days, 50 nights, 30 days, 30. No, what it is, people get very caught up in that. And that's how they become like a Pharisee and a scribe. God is pleased if you say, God, I'm going to fast for 1 hour. That's all I can do right now, Lord. So I know I normally will eat breakfast. Don't be talking about I'm gonna fast at 4 to 5 and you know you're sleeping from 4 to 5, okay? So if you normally have breakfast at 7, you're like, Lord, I'm going to sacrifice breakfast. I'm gonna fast from 7 to 8, right? And Lord, my desire, even if you don't know what to pray, Lord, my fast is based on Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, to trust in the Lord with all my heart, to lean not unto my own understanding, in all my ways to acknowledge you, and you will direct my path. Lord, my desire is that I will walk in the spirit and not in the flesh. Free me, oh God. And you trust God and you keep going. And if you might fall here and there, get back right here. Okay? Because what's going to happen is the more you desire not to sin, the Lord will free you from it. He will free you from it. Sin costs too much. The wages of sin is death. That means the payment of sin is death. And some of the times, you know, people take advantage of the grace of God. And because you don't realize you're building a tab. And because, oh, you had some near misses and some scrapes and bumps and you got used to it, now you figured out how to dodge. Guys, the ultimate thing is death. So you can't fool God. You can't be like, okay, I'm going to just sin, you know, but this fall, I'm going to slow down and start to do whatever. You can't fool God. The way you live is the way you will die. The things you keep doing right now is the thing that's going to take you out. You're not going to slip into heaven on a banana peel, guys. You can't fool God. Oh, you want to say, oh, I'm going to wait till Christmas to give my life to the Lord? Rest assured, something is going to take you even further away that by Christmas time, you're not even going to have the mind to think right. Or the enemy take you right out on October 31st or something like that. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot maneuver and manipulate the supernatural. So you must hate sin, guys. Sin cost many great men in the Bible to lose their inheritance, to lose their children. Their children got killed. They lost children. Guys, people lost kingdoms. People lost their lives. People lost their inheritance. And we see over and over again. One of my shows that I used to love to watch back in the days was Snapped. That was my show. Snapped, Discovery ID. Just the things that you read about even in the newspaper. Guys, those shows, the things that happen is a result of sin. Now, if I look at that stuff right now, I look at it from a whole different perspective. Like, man, look how the enemy brought these people to this point and just killed off the whole family. This woman didn't know that in her having an affair with this man, that this man was going to come and shoot up everybody in the house and kill himself. She had no idea that her children were in danger. You see what I'm saying? This person didn't know that in letting this woman come and live in their house, the nanny, that she's going to take her husband and talk her husband into killing her, drowning her in the bathtub. And you go, my God, sin is crazy. So guys, sin is very, very, very dangerous. Sin has no loyalty. Sin has no empathy. Sin has no sympathy. Sin is not about team building. Sin is not about coming in one accord with you. It's about using you and depleting you and keeping you in this illusion of how good it's gonna feel or how much you're gonna get this money by doing this. But the whole time, it's to cage you, to trap you where you can't even get out of it, and to ultimately set you down on that chopping block and decapitate you spiritually, and then extract your soul, and then you are in eternal damnation. Do you know how many people will come and say, oh, ain't no hell and hell? What does the Bible say? What does the Bible say? What does Jesus say? What is the weeping and gnashing of teeth for eternity, day and night? What is he talking about? Is he a liar? Does that mean you're just going to be in hell? You're going to be in your grave? Your body is just going to be weeping and gnashing, your skeleton in the grave? The Bible talks about this. One thing I would tell you, don't trust man to give you their own perception of what hell is and what it's not. But at the same time, my brothers and sisters, don't let hell be the reason why you're serving God, because then you're serving God because you're scared. Why not ask the Lord and trust the Lord that he can truly turn your heart around? He can really change you when you don't want to sin. I'm a living witness. Yo, I used to get into all kinds of things. All kinds of things. I was in it, Lord. Yes, I was. And it was just like, I wouldn't even think twice about it. Like, if I was thinking, yo, I want to go do this for the weekend, blah, blah, blah. It was just like, okay, boom, just do it. If I wanted, you say something to me, I'm about to hurt your feelings. You say something that I don't like, I'm about to knock your block off your head. And it was no thought. It was just like, yeah, this is what we need to do. Why? Because it was just in my nature to do this. Listen, I used to buy a bunch of DVDs back in the days. I think they still sell DVDs. You might be able to get it for like $2 for $5. But when I look at my DVD collection, and I look at all the movies I had, or I try to go back and look at a movie that I used to watch, I am shocked at all the profanity and all the perversion and all the craziness and all the idolatry and all the swearing, all the madness that's in these movies. And when I was watching it, I wasn't thinking nothing. Belly was one of my shows. Some of you may know Belly, right? Not the second one. That one was just garbage, but Belly. I can't watch Belly. I used to love Shatas. You know, I watched City of the Gods. What's the other shows I used to watch? All the Godfathers. All of those. All the different comedies. All the stand-ups. And it was a bunch of cursing. Some of them was a bunch of violence. A bunch of blood in it. A bunch of gore and guts. And it was like nothing to me. But if I try to watch that now, it's like, oh my gosh, it's so uncomfortable. Why? Because when you surrender to the Lord, when you seek God and ask, no matter where you at, you keep asking. When he comes into your hearts and he changes you, he transforms you. That stuff, right? It sounds so foreign and you're so aware because he changes your heart. My desire for like a nice a glass of wine and, you know, a daiquiri, you know, that was me. I'd go to like Wing Daddies or something like that and get a nice one of those big glasses like that with some like a daiquiri or something in it, and then they'll have like a Corona turned upside down in it, and it'd be like this big, and I'm just sipping with a straw, sipping at, you know, because hey, I'm just nice right now. I just want to get nice. What's wrong with getting nice? But when God comes in, he'll change you. And the thing about it, we're so used to doing wrong that we be like, oh, it's so boring. If I'm not getting lit, or if I'm not whatever, what's there? Because we're used to that level of toxicity in our lives. But there are plenty of things that you can have and you can enjoy that is good, that is clean, that is wholesome. There's plenty of shows that you can watch that's clean and wholesome. You just have to let the Lord clean your slate, clean that dirt and grime that we're used to. And when he changes your heart, you will desire what he likes. What is holiness? People make it so complicated, but the late Pastor Derek Prince said this. He said, holiness is loving what God loves and hating what God hates. That's it. All right? Begin to hate sin, guys. Hate it. And you know, we all sin and fall short, but you should not be doing the same stuff that you used to be doing. And you shouldn't be saying, God, forgive me for the same thing over and over again. Sin should be like getting a piece of sand in your eye. It's just uncomfortable. You just want to get out of there. Okay, guys? Trust the Lord. Do not be discouraged. Keep seeking him and make it where sin is like your nemesis. And by the power of God, you'll be able to do it. All right, guys. Peace out and enjoy your day.